Hello to all my story lovers. Welcome back in Story Time channel. I'm Pallavi reading interesting stories for you. Today I'm reading the story of Krishna. The story name is The Diamond That Produced Gold. Now let's go to the story. There once was a wealthy man named Satyajita, who lived in the city of Dwarka, the capital of Yadva kingdom and a prosperous seaport. Satyajita owned an extraordinary diamond, Shamanatakmani, which he had obtained after a strict penance to Surya, the sun god. When exposed to the sun, the diamond produced gold. This made Satyajita very rich in very little time. This instant and easy financial elevation made Satyajita and his brother Prasenjit extremely arrogant and rude to most people. Satyajita had beautiful daughter called Satyabhama. In time, she fell in love with Lord Krishna. Krishna, however, was unaware of her feelings. One day, Krishna was discussing the matters of Dwarka with his friends and cousins Satyaki, Kritivarma, and Akura. When the subject of Shamanthakamani came up, one of the cousins said, Satyajita's arrogance has no end. He thinks he is greater than even a king and refuses to obey the laws of the kingdom because of his pride due to perennial source of gold. Such a source of wealth must not be possession of one person. Unless a person is equipped to handle such an extraordinary gift, time, and power, it's sure to corrupt the average man. For the sake of Dwarka and the Yadavas, Shamantakmani must become a part of the king's treasury, and the gold obtained from it should be used for the development of the kingdom, said Krishna. But who will dare tell Satyajita? I will talk to him, said Krishna. It doesn't matter to me, even if he is rude. People still call me a coward or Ranchorji because I choose to evacuate Mathura with my people when Jarasandha came to create havoc in the city. Instead of fighting a losing battle and sacrificing the lives of my people, I choose to run away from the battlefield. That's because I care more for the welfare of my people than for my reputation. It was the best solution in that situation. So I am not worried about Satyajita's response. Peace and prosperity of the kingdom is much more important than my ego. So the following day, Krishna went to Satyajita's mansion. Satyajita welcomed him, but wondered why Krishna had visited him. Krishna openly spoke about the diamond and shared his thoughts. When the suggestion to give the diamond away to the kingdom came up, Satyajita refused. The Shamantakamani belongs to my family and it was a gift from the sun god. I worship the diamond twice a day. It must stay where it truly belongs, said Satyajita. Krishna tried to use his charm to convince Satyajita of a larger good, but it was of no use. At the end of the unfruitful visit, Krishna firmly said, there will come a day, my dear friend, when Shamantakmani will no longer be with you, but with the kingdom. In fact, I will ensure it. Saying thus, Krishna departed, but it left Satyajita anxious. Satyabhama, who had been hiding and listening to the conversation between Krishna and her father, lost all hope of becoming the Lord's wife and cried more than she ever had. Instead, she had now become the daughter of Krishna's enemy. Soon, Satyajita and Prasenjit began strategizing their next move. Krishna is capable of playing outstanding tricks to take the diamond from us when we least expect it. So we must hide it immediately. The best place to do so is to keep it deep in the forest in a cave, suggested Satyajita. Prasenjit nodded in agreement. You must leave early in the morning tomorrow, Prasenjit, and take the diamond to our friend Jambuvanta. You can disguise it by wearing it as a pendant around your neck and hide it beneath your clothes. Once enough time has passed and the matter is forgotten, we will retrieve the diamond, instructed Satyajita. According to plan, Prasenjit left for his destination in the morning. A few days passed and there was no news from the Prasenjit. Satyajita became concerned about why his brother had not returned. He waited a few more days but Prasenjit did not return. So Satyajita started a rumor in the city. Krishna has stolen Shamanatakmani from Satyajita. After he visited Satyajita's home, he threatened to take it away from him by any means possible. Now the diamond has disappeared along with Prasenjit and Satyajita is beside himself with grief. Krishna is notorious for stealing butter and ghee, and as an adult, he has graduated to an experienced thief. He must be behind this disappearance. What a man he has become! The simple-minded folks believed what they heard, and the news spread like wildfire. When Krishna heard of this, he openly refuted the allegation. The news is absolutely false. I have not stolen the Shamanatakmani, nor have I even seen Prasenjit. But now that Satyajita claims that I am responsible, I will leave immediately and not return until I have found the diamond. Only then will I be able to prove my innocence. Satyabhama was aware that her uncle had gone to the forest. When she heard Krishna's proclamation, she thought, I should go get the diamond and give it to Krishna. Maybe then he will realize the depth of my love and return it too. The more she thought about it, the more it seemed like the right thing to do. So she left for the forest quietly and without informing anyone. Krishna's sources inform him that Prasenjit had left for the forest very early in the morning after Krishna's visit. Krishna was no fool. He immediately guessed that Prasenjit had left with Shamanatakmani and decided to go to the forest too. Deep in the forest, Krishna met Satyabhama. Though he didn't know who she was, he was surprised to see a lone woman wandering the forest. Oh Krishna! Exclaimed Satyabhama when she saw him. I know that you have not stolen the diamond. My father, Satyajita, gave that to my uncle to hide somewhere in the forest with King Jambuvanta. If you can trace him, you will find the diamond. I came here to help you, but I haven't been able to locate him yet. Krishna liked Satyabhama's courage. But why did you choose to help me and not your father? I cannot simply stand by and see you being labeled a thief. Satyabhama's voice quivered with emotion. Krishna smiled, and together they resumed the search in the forest. After some time had passed, They notice torn pieces of cloth in the ground and tracks leading away. It looked as if somebody had been dragged away from there. Satyabhama immediately recognized the pieces of cloth. Oh no! These are my uncle's clothes. I remember that he wore these the same morning that he left for the forest. As they went further, they saw half-eaten human remains, a lion's dead body. What was left of the clothes and gold chain? Satyabhama was aghast at what she saw. Krishna consoled her. Clearly, Prasenjit came this way only to be eaten by a hungry lion. The poor, unsuspecting man. But what happened to the Shamanatakmani? It was obviously of no use to the lion. Krishna had just begun searching for the diamond when he saw some animal tracks leading away from where the clothes were found. Krishna and Satyabhama followed the tracks and soon found themselves inside a cave. To their surprise, there was a baby in a cradle, and the beautiful Shamanatakmani hung right on top of the cradle. The entire cave was illuminated by the magical light from the diamond. The young tribal girl was sitting next to the cradle and rocking the baby with her eyes closed, as if she was in her own world. Just then, a huge bear man appeared out of nowhere. Before Krishna could react, the bear man attacked him and they fought for a long time. Though the bear man was old, he was quite strong, and it was a long time before he fell to the ground in defeat. The old bear man wondered aloud in a human voice, "How can anyone but Lord Rama defeat me? He promised me that he would visit me someday." At those words, Krishna smiled mysteriously. The bear man realized his innocent mistake. He came forward and hugged Krishna tightly. "Please forgive my ignorance, Lord. I am Jambuvanta, the bear man who had served you in your avatar as Lord Rama. It was my earnest desire to wrestle with you, but you wouldn't, and you said that you would do so in your next avatar. I am so sorry that it took me this long to recognize you." Krishna smiled and explained the purpose of his visit. "I saw a diamond hanging from a chain that was in the mouth of a lion. I was fascinated by this diamond and wanted to bring it for my child. So I fought the lion and killed him. From this day on, please keep Shamanthakamani under your protection," said Jambuvanta. Then he introduced his beautiful daughter. "This is Jambuvanti, my motherless child. It will be my good fortune if you get married to her and look after her baby brother too. Then I can retire to the forest." Krishna nodded and got married to Jambuvanti, much to the grief of Satyabhama, who stood by, a mere spectator. But Krishna turned to Satyabhama and said immediately, "Don't worry." When Krishna returned to Dwarka with diamond, Satyajita apologized to the Lord for his behavior and offered his daughter's hand in marriage. Krishna was already aware of Satyabhama's devotion and accepted the proposal. Thus Satyabhama also became Krishna's wife. The story of Shamanatakmani is often heard on the fourth day of the month of Bhadrapada, which is also the day of the Ganesh festival. Legend has it that on such a festival day, Ganesha ate so much that he could barely walk. He stumbled on a stone and fell down. His stomach burst open and all the sweet laddus fell out. Ganesha quickly shoved them back in and tied a serpent around his stomach. He'll look around to see if anyone had noticed him. But there was no one. He was relieved that there was nobody to poke fun at him. But just then he heard a giggle and then a sneer. He looked up and saw the moon laughing at him. Ganesha was upset at Chandra's behavior and cursed him without a second thought. Whoever looks at you on the fourth night of Bhadrapada will be subjected to false allegations, particularly theft. Chandra apologized. Then Ganesha said, "Please don't worry, Chandra. There is way to lift the curse. Whoever listens to the story of Shamanatakmani will be spared." That's why when we see the moon on the fourth day of Bhadrapada, we listen to the story of unique diamond to ward off the curse. We also assume that Krishna must have seen Chandra, which is why he was also known as a diamond thief for a brief period. Now, this is the end of the story. Do you like the story of Shamantakmani? Then tell me in the comment box and subscribe our channel. Bye bye.